Greetings, I'm Satya from First MSc Microbiology, Sacred Heart College. In this video, we are going to see about B lymphocytes. Before learning about B lymphocytes, let me shortly discuss about immune system and the cells of immune system. What is immune system? It's a unique arrangement of different cells, tissues and organs working together as a defense against infection and diseases. The scientific study of immune system called immunology, lymphoid cells, myeloid cells and erythroid cells are the cells of immune system. Cells of immune system are categorized into three major types. First, lymphoid cells or lymphocytes. Second, myeloid cells. And the third, erythroid cells. B cells or B lymphocytes, T cells or T lymphocytes, natural killer cells or NK cells, or the lymphoid cells or lymphocytes. Myeloid cells are further classified into three major types. First, mononuclear phagocytes. Second, antigen presenting cells. And the third, granulocytic cells. Whereas monocytes and macrophages are the mononuclear phagocytes. Dendritic cells or Langerhans cells are the antigen presenting cells. Neutrophils, eosinophils, basophils and mast cells are the granulocytic cells. Platelets and erythrocytes are the erythroid cells. Lymphocytes are otherwise called as lymphoid cells. They help the body remember previous invaders, which are antigens, and recognize them if they return to attack again. Lymphocytes begin their life in the bone marrow. Some stay in the bone marrow and develop into B lymphocytes, whereas others travel to thymus and become T lymphocytes. B lymphocytes or B cells protect from infection by making antibodies. Antibodies are protein in nature. Due to the production of antibodies, they are well known as antibody generators. When immune system detects threat like bacteria or virus entering the body, they produce antibodies to fight such invaders. Here is the diagram of B cell consisting of cell organelles such as nucleus, Golgi apparatus, rough endoplasmic reticulum and mitochondria with the production of antibodies. B cells are grouped into two major types, plasma cells and the memory cells. Plasma cells are otherwise called as plasmacytes or effector cells. They release antibodies in response to antigens. Once B cells become mature plasma cells, it can release up to 2000 antibodies per second. They have shorter lifespan than the memory cells. Memory cells can remember particular antigens, so if they appear in future, immune system can immediately mount a defense. Plasma cells fight antigens by producing antibodies, and memory cells help immune system fight in future. For example, vaccines act as memory cells by producing antibodies. Functions of B cells. Once B cells spot antigen, they begin secreting antibodies. Antibodies are special proteins that lock onto the specific antigens. Each B cell make one specific antibody. For instance, one might make an antibody against the bacteria that causes pneumonia, and the other might recognize the common cold virus. The B cells respond to antigens in two different ways, namely primary immune response and secondary immune response. Primary immune response. When an antigen attaches to the receptor, B cells are stimulated. Some are changed to memory cells and the others are to plasma cells. Plasma cells make an antibody specific to a particular antigen. In primary immune response, the production of enough antibody takes several days. Secondary immune response. If B cells encounter the same antigen again, the memory cells will remember it The memory cells will change to plasma cells and quickly produce the correct antibody. Normal range of B cells in the blood. Normal range of lymphocytes in adults is between 1000 to 4800 in every microliter of blood. Approximately 10 to 20% of lymphocytes are B cells. Increase or decrease in B cells may lead to several disease conditions. Abnormal levels of B cells can cause autoimmune disorders. Sometimes B cells make antibodies in response to antigens that are associated with body's healthy cells. When this happens, the antibodies attack the healthy cells and this condition called autoimmune diseases. For example, multiple sclerosis, rheumatoid arthritis, and type 1 diabetes are autoimmune disorders. Several cancers are also associated with abnormal B cell development, namely acute lymphocytic leukemia, chronic lymphocytic leukemia, B cell lymphoma, and multiple myeloma. Thank you for listening.